Hi parents, I hope everyone is doing good. I also God bless your children for good health and recovery soon. In today's video, we're going to talk about how do children get affected with autism? What happens with their brain? So we're going to talk about the myth and the fact over here because we have a lot of myth behind autism and how it's coming up and how autism is being developed. So today we're going to break all those myths and then we're going to learn the best way to start with the right treatment for your children. Let's go into today's video. First, we need to understand that autism is happening due to heavy metal toxicity, which is present in the environment. Those heavy metals could be arsenic, lead, mercury, and other heavy metals is also present in the environment. So there is wide range of evidence-based studies which is present in Google and Google Scholars. You can go through that. And those are the evidence-based which is mentioned specifically how autism is being developed. So a lot of parents have these questions. I have been told that my children got autism with watching TVs and cell phones due to screen time. It's due to genetics, or others would say it's basically just screen time. We don't know how it's happening. So it's more like 50-50 ratios that we can put this under. So, but we need to understand here that any sort of infection that goes to the brain, goes for our lungs or to the heart, everything comes from some kind of external source. Can you imagine saying that someone gets autism or the brain development becomes very bad with just watching cell phones or TVs? Doesn't that sound very lame? And everyone says that during COVID time, children got affected with autism. That's not true. Even from year 2000, we had a lot of cases of autism. And that time we didn't have any sort of cell phones or TVs, any other smartphones. But children did get affected as well. So how do they get affected with heavy metal toxicity? It's from the environment. It could be in the things that we use, the cleaning products. It could be in the dust. And specifically, very few children get affected like this. Not every children is going to get affected because we have to understand hypersensitive reaction is only present for specific people. So let's have an example here. So both of us who was watching this video, I got COVID vaccination, you would have got COVID vaccination. But people in our age, they got heart attack right after COVID vaccination. Few people even had fatal reactions. How come they had it but we did not? Because they were hypersensitive to certain things or molecules present in the vaccination or inside their body. Due to hypersensitive reaction, just like how that even children of autism spectrum during 1.5 to 2.5, around this age, 1.5 to 2.5, they get affected with heavy metal toxicity. When this happens, what happens is the brain cells, the neurons in the brain gets affected as well as the brain get access, the vagus nerve. Because vagus nerve is a healing for the brain and the body. So when the brain's neuron gets affected, basically the child is going to have developmental delay. The reflex is going to get retained. The sensory issue is going to be present. They're basically not going to have the good functioning of the brain. The left brain is going to work properly. The right side is going to work very weak. So it's a big imbalance. So many things are going around the brain. As well as the gut is going to have a big issue. If a child doesn't have a lot of gut issues, then pretty much they're going to be very well. But if they have gut issues, then the problem is a little higher. Because healing part is not going to take place inside the brain and gut. Because the vagus nerve is affected. So arsenic, lead, heavy metal toxicity, mercury, all these are heavy metal toxicity. This causes autism, ADHD, developmental delay. We can just go on with the list. So that's the myth. Autism is not caused by cell phones or TVs. If you were told by your healthcare professionals saying that autism is caused by TVs and cell phones, no, do not believe them. That's a lame response. During COVID-19, smartphones and TVs were causing autism were made up by a layman, not by an evidence-based healthcare practitioner. It was made up by a layman. And it just spread, and the news spread, and then we all came to know that it was a myth. So anyone, if it's your healthcare practitioner, if it's your doctor, if you're a parent, if they tell you that if it's caused by cell phones, do not believe them. Go through evidences and how we're going to deal with it.